What is going on, Washington fans? Welcome to the JTFB show. I'm Josh Taylor. That's Rio Robinson.
Yeah.
You know who we are. It's Thursday as we do our live stream previewing the Saints matchup and all things Washington Commanders. What's up, Doug? Said his goats are back. We are back. It was a good little bye week.
Yes,
Got to
sir.
catch up. Still a little sick, so if I sound hoarse and I sound terrible, that's what it is. I can't get it out of my system, man.
Tis the season for sickness. Everybody's sick.
Oh, I've had it since I got back from Thanksgiving. Like I don't feel
Mhm.
sick. It's just like it's in my head and my nose, my throat. I sound terrible.
So
It's
everywhere.
all good. Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much. Neck up is out of service.
What up, John?
What's going on with y'all? Michael said was good, fellas.
What up?
Greg says what's up, Josh and Rio. It's good to be back. This is a big time matchup. Some crazy stats. Obviously, we have some topics to talk about. I'll put those at the bottom of the screen for y'all now so you kind of know what to expect from the stream. And as always, me and Rio are going to act up and go off course and talk about some random stuff along the way and chop it up. That's just what we do. Let's talk about the Saints matchup a little bit. We had the bye week. Some people like the bye week. Some people hate it because you're like, I want to watch the team, but then like at least we can't lose, right? So did you enjoy the bye week off? Just watching some relaxed, free football?
I mean, I didn't enjoy it as much as I thought I would because we happened to have a bye week on like the one NFL Sunday that was ass. There were not many good games on Sunday.
A couple, but yeah, not many.
It was a couple, but it wasn't like the best red zone day. But
yeah.
It felt weird. And what the bye week made me realize is that, damn, we're a few weeks away from football being over for the year. It made me a little sad, man. It felt a little cathartic watching football without the Commanders playing because Sundays without number 5 are going to be very strange and very melancholy once this season concludes.
We don't have to talk about it because it is going to be that stretch of a few months. We're just like, what the hell do we do?
I see you on Twitter like, yo, I'm about to be on my full-time streamer Kai Cenat type shit coming up.
Bro, literally, that's what it's going to have to be. I'm going to be like video gaming it up during those few months where we're just dying for content, like after the draft and stuff, man. But hopefully I'll be back in Virginia by then. I should be. What's going on? Bradley said, yo, Josh, you were right. Ewers isn't ready for the league. I told y'all he sucks, man. Texas already talking about Arch Manning. And like living here in Austin, like fans want Arch Manning over Ewers so much. Manning next season.
New York Giants can't wait to draft Quinn Ewers, bro.
Dude, they're gonna be that team that drafts like Carson Beck at like 3 or whatever.
They're gonna move on from Daniel Jones with a Daniel Jones adjacent.
Exactly. What's going on, Dre? Biggie said, what fam? We need a designated meetup spot for the games on Sundays if logistics work out. Definitely do. Red zone lot's usually the way I go. Doug said we're gonna see a post bye week Dan Quinn Commanders team looks like, and we're gonna talk about that because Rio, I know you saw the stat. Crazy stat. The Washington Commanders have not won a road game after a bye week in 22 years.
Oh my! When Nikki comes out the cut off the top rope with these stats, I don't want to believe him, yo. Like in 2002, bro, that was 22 years ago.
Bro, 2002. What was I doing? I was in elementary school. That's crazy.
I was 11 years old.
I hope at least we've had like 3 or 4 away games. So it's not like 12, 13, where we've just lost all those in a row. But that is still a crazy stat. 22 years. Do you think we break that stat that should not even be existent this Sunday in New Orleans?
Absolutely. I see no reason why we lose this game. And I don't even think we should be discussing the word playoffs if we don't. Like, we're going to have to regroup and reevaluate everything we thought about 2024 if this team comes out anything less than victorious versus this team on Sunday. I'm expecting us to go into the Big Easy and assert our dominance on a bad team on Sunday.
I'm glad you said that about the playoffs because everyone, I don't know, I had a couple people mad at me on Sunday when I was talking about who I wanted to like root for and stuff. If you lose to the Saints and the Falcons, you don't deserve to be in the playoffs. Like, I'm sorry. Like, I'll pull up the playoff picture of like what happened this past Sunday, and like where Washington is now. There's 2 teams to watch for like the rest of the season. Honestly, maybe 2.5. Kind of talk about another one. But when it comes down to it, you have to go 2-2. Like that's like the minimum. The max, like 3-1 would be perfect. Big E said, honestly, Osborne's ceiling might be a little higher than Brown, but I like Noah as the wide receiver 3. Talking about KJ Osborne, who we just picked up, so we'll talk about that as well. As Noah Brown is out for the season. Michael Underwood said, I was just on a Saints podcast live and they got mad at me for saying we about to swoop. They're like, Katrina, that's wild. I'm not going to lie. That's kind of wild to say. I live in Orlando. We get hurricanes all the time.
Oh, my God. We're going to swoop like Katrina. It's hilarious. Oh, my God.
I'm not going to lie. That is a little out of pocket.
I love dark humor, though. You know?
Yeah, same. I do agree. No one has a sense of humor anymore. I do agree. And like my dad's side of the family, my grandma was from New Orleans. Like I've been to New Orleans so many times. She lived in Shreveport, like rest her soul. She was a Saints fan, but they still gonna get this work Sunday. But yeah, that you gotta appreciate some dark humor. Jordan said that's in the Saints stat talking about 22 years. Josh Rio got you boys doing. The Eagles look beatable after the Carolina game. Absolutely. I'm not scared of them. Do I still want to go to Philly in the first round? Ideally, no. I'd rather go to Seattle.
I've seen enough we know exactly what the Eagles are. We saw how we matched up versus the Eagles. My man said he got blocked for telling him he was going to swoop through like Katrina. Hey, keep fighting a good fight, Mike. Shout out to people who don't take comedy for more than what it is, comedy. Yeah. If we cannot laugh at the misery in the world, what can we laugh at, man?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Swoop through like Katrina. That's vicious, wild. Man.
That's wild. That's a good one though. But I agree with you about the Eagles. Like, we're not looking ahead. We're not going to do that. But I'm very intrigued to see what that matchup looks like at home to determine like my confidence in the playoffs against them. But we still got to like take care of business.
Playing a team a third time is just weird.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like. And I mean, it is the Eagles. They are beatable, but like they are the 2 seeds. Like ideally, that's not like realistic. If you want the best like path to the playoffs, you're not hoping, oh, let's go play the Eagles and then play the Lions. Like, or like it'd probably go Eagles and like a team like the Packers or the Vikings and then like the Lions. That is not what you want to do if you're hoping for a big run. Now, like I'm happy to even be here as a 7 seed.
Yeah, for a team that had no playoff aspirations coming into the season, give me Seattle, Tampa in the first round of the playoff. Yeah. But we can't. Beggars cannot be choosers, though, and we have to first punch our ticket into the playoffs. Like Uptown Dre said, every week is a must-win. Every week feels like a playoff game, and I don't want to be playing mathematically eliminated roulette these final weeks of the season. Yeah. Washington gets in if I don't need to be doing that.
Yeah, the worst thing that could happen is we're like 1-2 in the next 3 games, and then we go to Dallas and lose that game.
That's getting swept by Dallas this year. That I throw up, bro.
Getting swept by Dallas and being eliminated from the playoffs because of it is the worst case scenario for the season. Best case scenario is we go 3-1. The Packers go 2-2. Which could be possible. I'm gonna look at their schedule too. I did a stream on Wednesday for Bleach Report, kind of catching up on the playoff scenario and everything going on. Like I said, there's kind of 2 teams we're gonna look for. We'll get to that later on in the stream. I'll pull up the whole playoff stream. I mean the playoff picture and take a look at it. Doug said 10 wins are in. I agree with you. What's going on? Appreciate it. Have everyone hopping in the chat. We got some people coming in here now. Make sure to subscribe and like while you're here and drop your comments below. But let's talk about Marshawn Lattimore because he should be making his debut. It sounds like it. I was watching the clips on X. Some people were posting it from practice. It looks like he's moving good. It's funny. We still haven't really heard much from him. We heard like a little snippet like of media from him when he first got here. Like the whole do-rag thing where he was just all business, didn't talk to nobody. Like he's just gonna come out in like a Batman suit, like like Dark Knight, out of like Sting style, like dropped from the ceiling, like
Raptors. I like it, man. I don't need to hear much from Marshawn. I want to see what Marshawn looks like on a football field, man. Silent assassin. Let's get it.
has your, I don't want to say like, well, I guess I'll say excitement. Has your excitement from the trade gone down? Because it was like, oh, we got this big trade. Let's go. We got a lockdown, like top corner in the league. And it's been weeks since that happened.
No, it's grown. It's grown significantly. Sometimes distance makes the heart grow fonder. It's like you got a long distance boo. The longer you don't see her, you anticipate that first media even more. And when things happen that come in and push the first meeting out longer, the anticipation only grows. So I'm more excited to see Marshawn than when we traded for him, because I did not think it was going to be like 6 weeks until we see him. But hey, it is what it is. We're here now. We're here.
What's going on, Radar? Appreciate you coming up.
What's going on, my guy?
Yeah, just catch up to all the chats. I agree, man. Paul said a lot more about that business. He is.
Yeah.
He doesn't talk, and like you can tell the media was just like, okay, we're not gonna be able to get much out of this guy. Which, like, I love that. It's like, I hate it from like a standpoint. Like when I go to the Senior Bowl, sometimes I'll talk to some players and they're like that. I'm like, okay, well, this isn't that good of a conversation. Yep. I'm just gonna kind of cut this short.
I like that we have a roster full of guys that don't give the media anything.
Yeah, I like that. I like that he just comes in here and just like, look, man, like I don't care. Like when I practice, I'm gonna give it a go, and like that's it. And we haven't heard from him since. Like,
nope,
not since then. Maybe we will before Sunday, but I honestly wouldn't expect it. We've heard more out of KJ Osborne in the last 12 hours than we have from Lattimore, period. But I think best case scenario, obviously the Saints will not be having Derek Carr, so that's big. We don't know if they're going to be running Jake Haener or Spencer Rattler.
It's looking like Jake Haener's season, though. It's looking like that's where the tea leaves are pointing to as who's going to start on Sunday. He doesn't put an inkling of fear in my heart.
No, I mean, shout out to Jay. He's a cool guy, but I'm not worried about it at all, honestly. I think that's how it's leaning. My thing was, like, when Carr got hurt, Haener came in. But during the week, like, I would like to think Spencer Rattler has more of an upside. Do you think if you're the Saints, you're at least, like, trying to see what Spencer can do throughout the week? Like, all right, maybe this is a guy. We can give him a week of preparation. He can start Sunday. Or you're like, nah, they're just going to roll with Jake Haener. They don't really care at this point. They're checked out.
I don't think that they really are banking on either of these guys. They might feel like, I mean, at least Jake Haener, we haven't really seen what we can do with this guy yet. But I would assume they probably want to play Spencer Rattler. But if he's banged up, then, I mean, they know they're not getting anything that's promising from either of these guys. But I think you would probably want more from the mid-round guy you drafted this year.
Yeah, no, I agree with you. And Michael said the Saints will try Lattimore. If they have Jake Haener or Spencer Rattler,
but you gotta try the guy whose hamstring has been aching for the last 2 months of the season.
Yeah,
you know,
he's had time to heal. They know how good he is, though.
He's got to get back to football speed too, though. So early on, I can see his former team trying him a little bit, especially young quarterbacks with young quarterback ego. They don't care about Marshawn.
They're gonna learn so fast.
They're gonna go at it. I hope they do, though. I hope they do.
But like Chris Olave, and like God rest his soul too, man. He's been, the concussions are concerning. There was talks of him like retiring, bro.
Somebody in my chat yesterday, somebody asked, "Is Olave playing?" And somebody was like, "Boy, Olave's out for life."
Bro, like, they shut him down for the year, dude.
Scary.
That's terrible. Like, oh man, like I feel for him because he's so young. He's so good too.
So good at receiver too.
But like outside of him, who are they gonna target? Like,
so Cedric Tillman season? Is Cedric Wilson? Cedric something? They got a Cedric receiver.
They both, whichever one they got, they both ain't it.
Got a receiver named Bub.
Shaheed is good.
He's out though.
Yeah, he's out. So I mean, like,
it's Slantling season. Marquez Valdez Slantling with
bro. I don't know. He's been popping off with Derek Carr though.
Yep, his hand suddenly worked once he got to New Orleans.
I don't know, man. I just don't see like who they're gonna even like be targeting. Like I don't see who their actual weapons are. I'm trying to see who even like registered a stat on Sunday in that awful game against the Giants.
Kendre Miller season.
Kendrick. Oh, I did like him coming out. I haven't really kept up with him. Yeah, Kendrick Miller had 10 carries for 32 yards. Jawan Johnson, tight end, Foster Moreau, tight end, Alvin Kamara, Cedric Wilson Jr.
Cedric Wilson. There we go. I know it was one of them. I said Tillman.
Bro,
Cedric Wilson.
I'm not going to lie. This is the worst wide receiver room in the NFL currently. Marquez Valdes-Scantling had 4 catches for 51 yards. He's their number 1 wide receiver. Like I said, tight end, running back. Their second wide receiver, Cedric Wilson Jr., had 1 catch for 18 yards. Dalen Holker, another tight end. Jamal Williams, another running back. Kevin Austin Jr., who they just signed. Hey, shout out to Kevin, though.'t cool. Had 1 catch for 5 yards. Dante Pettis is another wide receiver they have.
The focus will be Alvin Kamara. Wow.
Catches. Oh, dude, he had 5 catches. If you are a betting person or if you are on Underdog, use my promo code JTFB. You are doing catching by tight ends and running backs. They have no wide receivers.
Yeah, Kamara getting all the touches.
So it's going to be Lattimore on MVS and Cedric Wilson, Mikey Sainristil, and that's it. Like,
am I tripping because I think the team, I don't want them to do this. Am I tripping because I think the team's going to still have Benjamin St-Juste as the other outside corner, and they're going to put Mikey back in the slot? Like, I don't know why I feel like that's going to happen. I feel like it's going to be BSJ opposite Marshawn and Mikey back in the slot. I don't know why I feel like that's coming.
Dan Quinn's going to do what he's done all season and makes facts known. He likes Noah Igbenogany in the slot more with Mikey on the outside.
Mm-hmm.
And
case.
I'm telling, like, and even against I don't want to say a bad team, but a lesser opponent.
They're bad team.
And we just got the injury report in. Y'all know we'll bring that up here soon too. They are not afraid to. They've cut snaps on Butler. They've cut snaps on St-Juste. They cut snaps on Forbes and then just made him inactive before we released him. Like, they are not afraid to show what they think. We talked about the whole Phil Mathis thing. I thought that was strange, but once again, they're firm in what they believe. On game day morning, had him as a healthy scratch. I'm not saying Ben St-Juste is going to be a healthy scratch, but I'm just saying, do not be surprised when Monday, when Nikki and all them pull out the snap counts, when St-Juste has less snap counts than Lattimore, Sainristil, and Igbenogany.
I hope that's the case. I hope that something, I don't know. Maybe, I don't know. Something tells me he's going to be on that field a lot, and it's going to be opposite Marshawn. I hope that's not the case.
How good will the DB with Lattimore out there? I mean, I think it's going to take a big jump. Just having a lockdown corner on one side. And then as good as Mikey Sainristil has been on the outside so far this season, I think it does help the run game too. Just looking at like statistics of like how like coverages we've been running over the last few weeks and like how I think that's going to change.
I do want fans to give it some time though. Like if Marshawn doesn't look like Marshawn immediately, I need people to give him some time to lock in. Like let's not expect prime Darrelle Revis from his first snap with the team. It's his first time playing in this system. I need people to effing relax.
Yeah, I mean, I would love for him to have a pick six like first game back, but I'm just not. I don't think that's an actual realistic thing. I had the stats here. I can't find it. Computer Cowboy has it on Twitter. I had it saved somewhere, but we've been playing like a lot of cover 2, cover 3, and a good bit of cover 1. I think it's going to go towards more cover 1 where we can just play man coverage with him out there and be better like at stopping the run. That's still one thing we have to get better at is just being able to stop the run.
Yep.
And I think the run defense does get a little bit better if you're able to keep one safety closer to the box than having 2 back like all the time. It allows, one extra body out there to where the offense is not like, all right, we're going to run it because the box only has, Frankie Louvu and Wagner in there. And we know we can get to the second level in the interior D line. Let's see. Radar said my demon Lattimore ready for smoke. What's going on, Ronald? Hey fellas, y'all always doing a great job. HTTR, appreciate it.
Yeah.
Doug said, need those game photos of Lattimore to add to my team wallpaper collection. Hand roll. We've gotten a few like little sideline pics of him. Like he has like the hoodie on.
With the chains
chain.
on.
I love that chain he got, bro.
That boy icy shit.
Out. Yeah, he went already.
Oh man, Crowder was a full go today. Oh, that's fine. I love to hear that. Oh,
we're gonna talk about the wide receiver room. Michael said, I believe they had Lattimore ready last game, but was saving him for the Saints. He's going to show up. Yeah, I think having that bye week to really practice, prepare, get ready, like get used to the defense was big for them. They really wanted that. Salute, fellas. Lattimore might be a captain for Sunday. Can you imagine?
No. You know, if Marcus Mariota was a damn captain versus his former team, your starting and best corner better be one of your weekly captains. If not, throw that whole stupid shit away.
But at least Marcus played in like the Panthers game, and I actually look good. My boy Marshawn has not put a helmet on yet.
But he has to be. If Sheldon Day and Marcus Mariota were captains versus the Titans, Marshawn Lattimore is easily a damn captain this week. Captain him. Please, since we want to do this elementary as everybody's a captain shit, he has to be one this week.
Everybody, did y'all have an elementary school like people used to go outside like raise the flag? Did y'all have that?
Yes, we did do that.
All right. Yo, that was my shit, bro. I was hyped when I was picked to go outside.
My turn. Hey, I got picked.
Yeah,
bro.
Y'all see me outside with the flag.
Yeah, that was me. I pulled that rope.
Hey, shout out to Bronx Road Elementary School in Spotsylvania. Y'all are real ones.
Shout out to Marumsco Hills Explorers Worldwide.
I feel like we're like a Sunday night football game. Josh Taylor, Bronx Road Elementary. Uptown Dre said, Luke, it is your time to shine.
We'll see.
Joe said, I'm in Oklahoma. Steen Spencer, he's trash. I've hated him ever since like the Netflix thing came out, that show where he's just like where he's just dogging everybody.
He's too ugly for me to believe in, bro. Like he looks like the evil albino version of Patrick Mahomes, like the evil albino Hallmark Christmas movie version of Patrick Mahomes.
He looked like my Q-tip when I take it out of my ear.
Yeah, that's a funny looking dude, man. He doesn't even look
like Trey Young. Yeah. Radar said this is not even a bold prediction for me. LOL. I think we get a turnover that may turn into a defensive touchdown or not. I like I put that at the end or not. Like
there's a lot of disclaimers, Radar. You got to stand on your prediction. You're like making a prediction then not making it at the same time. It's a pick six or a fumble.
May not. But if we do, it might turn into a touchdown, but it might not either.
There's a lot of word soup. You sound like Dan Quinn right now.
Yeah. If we score a lot of points Sunday, we might win. But then again, we might not score any and we might not win. So
yeah, we might win by a lot, but it's possible that if we are hauled
we lose
to a certain amount, we may not score that much. But I think we win the game.
What's good out of RVA? Noah Brown out for the year. Yep. More Sennett and Luke. Yeah, we'll talk. I'm gonna pull up the injury report here in a second, and we'll get to talk about the wide receivers.
Hey, Radar stood on business now.
Hey, what'd he say? He said, fuck it, we get a defensive touchdown. Absolutely.
There we go.
I love it. Quan Martin status. Let me see. Let me pull up.
Now, let's see that injury report. And then we got to talk about how new fighters have entered the chat. We got new characters.
Let me clean the canvas. Make sure everything's clean. I can't be pulling up my Twitter for y'all and be acting up.
Yo, I be having to look at that shit too. To like when my DMs are showing or like my search bar. I may have some crazy shit in that search bar one or two times. There, yo, Rio, what was that search up there, my boy?
No, it's never happened to me. My Twitter's not bad. Y'all can't see my DMs though. That's
yo, Rio. What's that leak you were searching for?
Rio, type in what's Drake address. All right, here we go. Injury report is fresh off the press for the people. All right, I'll see what we got here. Noah Brown obviously didn't practice. Like, why is he even on there? He's out for the season. Clelin Ferrell, the weekly visitor, which we always talk about.
That boy is on that boy has residency built on the injury report, bro.
Oh shoot. I can put that on there. Y'all can still see.
Quan Martin's limited.
He ain't never healthy. Quan Martin is limited with his shoulder. I think he'll be good to go. I think he'll be full tomorrow. Crowder, full participant. All right, man. What?
Welcome back, old man.
I mean, should I be excited about Crowder in the year 2024?
I mean, with the punt return situation and the wide receiver room that we currently have, yes, because he's old as hell and he's like the only receiver on the roster that is capable of yards after catch if he actually gets on the field as a receiver. And if he catches a punt, he actually has a chance of doing a little shake and bake.
But I mean, it's not like, I don't know. It was his calf that's been hurt this whole time. So like, yeah. Is he gonna look like me this morning when I got out of bed, or like, are you gonna expect I
seen him talking to somebody in the locker room yesterday, and he said, "Actually, I've been good for weeks. I felt like myself for a couple of weeks."
Where the fuck have you been?
The team may have been slow roasting the chicken with him like they was doing with Marshawn Lattimore at some point. But I'm sorry, when Olamide Zaccheaus is your primary punt returner and your wide receiver 2 for the duration of the season is going to be Luke McCaffrey or De'Ami Brown, OZ, or the new character that we haven't even spoke about yet, KJ Osborne, you do get excited to see a KG veteran because he is at least at base level serviceable at both positions.
I mean, like, if anything for me, like, just catch the punts clean and run them back. Like, kickoffs, maybe, like, with Ekeler out too. Like, that's the one thing that's been missing, like, since Ekeler's been hurt. Like when I was at the Titans game, like every kickoff, I was like, man, these don't look good. Like these aren't like some good running backs like I've seen when Ekeler was out there. So like if anything, put him out there like on some kick returns. What's going on, Bald and Burgundy podcast? So what's up, fellas? Uploading episode of Christmas Tree Man here soon. This game is a must win. Absolutely. Doug called you out, so Rio got some shit up on that search bar. Absolutely. Radar said Josh like Penn State chances to go to the Natty. I don't know.
No.
I don't know, man. I gotta see him win a big game first. Zach Ertz, full participant. Cool. Love it for him. No Yak Zach, shout out to him. Dante Fowler, groin, full participant. Zane, full. Definitely need him. Apparently, we're gonna be rocking with him the rest of the season. Are you good with that too? That's something like. I wanted Parker Romo to come here, and everyone's like, who? Like the guy that was on the Vikings for a few weeks, killing it when Will Riker got hurt. But Dan Quinn said they're sticking with Zane Gonzalez. Like the rest, he's like, that's the kicker.
I mean, we don't really have options for real. Like there's not many options. You really want to bring in a 7th kicker? Hey, Brees. I mean, Crowder was on the team.
I mean, yeah, I would at least try because he looked bad. Like, but honestly, like those kicks and maybe it's where I was sitting, but like the kicks at the Titans game, like I thought they were good. I thought every single one was good. And then they're like, no good. I was like, what? I was kind of surprised, but
I don't like seeing him on the injury report, but seeing him full today, I could breathe a little bit. I could breathe a little bit easier. First of all, kicker is a fake position. Stop being on injury reports. Y'all don't do enough to be injured, my guy. Yeah. Like, stop being on the freaking injury report. Hey, ice up. Your condition, and then only leg day for y'all. No, nothing else. You don't need. I promise you don't need to be doing curls with the team. You don't need to be doing.
You don't need to be worried about some highlight tackle on the kickoffs. I don't even want you trying to tackle. We've seen that happen with the Giants this year. Don't do it. If somebody coming towards you, just lay down. Just lay down. You're about to get Antonio Brown in the face.
Do what you do. Whatever you see Zach Ertz do once he gets the ball in his hand, just get the hell on the grass. But I mean, when they say we're rolling with Zane Gonzalez, they don't really have much option at this point unless they want to bring in their 7th kicker of the season. So I'm not mad at them saying that. Stop playing with your little cow lick in front of your weak ass fade and just make kick. Just make kick. Your haircut ain't haircutting enough. You don't have the locks of Sam Hartman, sir. I promise you, in no world do you ever need to be coming out like you're in an Herbal Essence commercial, running your fingers through your hair before you make a kick. You don't have the aura for that.
Maybe it's like pre-kick jitters or something. You know how like it's like
it gave me OCD. It gave me real OCD ritual type shit. Like you're not that, sir.
I have seen some weird ass free throw rituals in my lifetime in college and in the NBA. Maybe that's just his thing where he's like, I gotta slick it, put the helmet on. like if you feel good, you kick good. I guess that's the thing. If you feel good, you kick good, and whatever.
Just kick the ball, bro. You're a kicker.
If Zane has to get a foot massage before every field goal to make it, I would approve it, man. Whatever it takes to make that ball go through those uprights. Now, it didn't happen in the Titans game, but moving forward, whatever it takes to get that ball through there, we're gonna need it. We're going to have some tight games coming up, man.
That's crazy. We're 30 minutes into this stream, and we haven't talked about our sweet prince one time, bro. We haven't talked about the face of the franchise one time in almost 31 minutes. That's craziness, bro.
Hey, it's coming. It's coming.
Mm-hmm.
It's coming. Don't worry. Noah, full participant. Marshawn and Jordan McGee, full participants.
Hey, a round of applause for Brian Robinson Jr. being not on the injury report this week, y'all.
Let's go. Got a healthy leg.
Hey, it's a start, bro. I love to see it.
Let's see. Oh, yeah. I forgot. This is the Chase Young redemption game. Chase Young, 3.5 sacks and 22 tackles in 13 games, but a hell of a lot of effort. If you watch the film, it was a hell of a lot of effort. Farrell is made out of chicken tender wings. Yeah, it's always like the same thing too. It's always his knee. I don't know what it is.
Grilled, not fried.
Crowder is good in the slot, but like, do you want Crowder taking Luke McCaffrey's spot?
I mean, Luke McCaffrey really is his 155 yards really.
But I'm just saying he's getting open though. It's not his fault the ball ain't going to him.
That man got 155 yards more than us, Josh. And he out there every week.
I ain't hating it, but he's getting open.
I'm just saying, Josh just got Thanos snap. He's back though. Yo, you left for a sec. You left Earth for a second, bro.
Look, man, I just want to see what the young buck got. Jamison Crowder in 2024 should not be your saving grace for a playoff run. That's all I'm saying.
He should be your saving grace. Absolutely not. But the issue is that there's no saving grace outside of Terry in that wide receiver room.
Did we sign a linebacker from the Lions or clickbait? I don't think we did.
Not that I know.
I ain't seen nothing. Nah.
Not that I know of.
Probably some clickbait. These last 4 games is a resume for guys like St. Juiced. Yup. Can KJ block? So let's talk about KJ. We haven't really talked about him a lot. Obviously, Noah Brown being out. Are you like torn up about him being out this season?
It definitely hurts. I'm torn up. No, I'm happy. Thank you to all that Noah Brown contributed to this offense this year, because his 450 yards.
Don't be pulling out. No. That's not disrespectful.
His 450 yards meant something to this offense. It felt like every time we needed a big catch on third down, late
the Hail Mary
front situation, the biggest catch of the season was Noah Brown. So him not being out left a huge role that now we have to depend on a guy like Dyami Brown, who is having an amazing season for himself, because 200 yards in 14 weeks is a lot for Dyami Brown, 155 for Luke McCaffrey, 234 for Olamide Zaccheaus. That's a big role to fill. We got Noah Brown, who's typically a wide receiver 3 playing wide receiver 2. It definitely hurts not having him in his offense. So, but it shows what this team's belief in those cast of characters I just named, and by bringing in KJ Osborne, it shows you they're not particularly interested in having one of those guys be the number 2.
Yeah, and Dre mentioned this is something that I got a lot on Twitter, is like, if you get cut by the Patriots, you got to be bad. I don't like, to me, like, that's not it. Like, we've seen players leave. It's not even just quarterbacks. Like, we've seen players leave teams and go somewhere and like can produce. We're not saying this guy is going to be like our saving grace and, turn into like Puka Nacua or like some beast out of
Noah Brown.
Yeah. Period. Like just like we literally brought Noah Brown from the Texans after they released him. And like, he did big things for them last year. He had like games over 100 yards last year for the Texans. They could have used him this year. And he came here and he played well.
Yeah,
the Patriots are just
Osborne to be Noah Brown adjacent for us. And he
2.0.
He has better touchdown production in this couple years with the Minnesota Vikings, but I feel like it's an indictment on the rest of the room that they didn't feel like one of those guys were ready to step up. And it shows that we mean business going into these last 4 weeks of the season. Are we getting a world beater? No. Is it a thing that we need to pay attention to, that he couldn't get snaps in a wide receiver room with Kendrick Bourne, Kayshon Boutte, and Pop Douglas? Sure, that's a thing, but you could never blame anyone for adding to this wide receiver room, because outside of Terry, it's a whole bunch of bleh.
Yeah, and I was telling Rio this like before, like we went live. It was kind of a thing of like they wanted to do best by him and give him a chance to like go somewhere. And what's like, I'm not saying like he's. I'm trying to think who this happened with recently, like that they released, or like you know how like these veterans go on a team like a playoff run.
Yep.
I'm not putting him up there with like some of those higher name guys, but the Patriots were like he didn't want to be there. The Patriots like, hey, we get it, like. It just wasn't a good fit. They want to do right by him. He didn't want to be there anymore, so they released him. It wasn't like hey, this guy sucks and we see no future with this guy. The Patriots are they're gonna be rebuilding. And KJ is like, look, y'all, I didn't want to be in this at all. And shout out for the chats. Definitely hit that like button while y'all are here and hit that subscribe button.
Sub up to Joshy. Shout out to 5K, by the way, my brother.
Yes, sir. Finally hit that 5K, going for a 10K next. How do kickers get injured? I have no idea. That's
great question, man. We haven't figured this out yet.
Talk about the early lessons. Rio, I just want to say on the last stream, it was a conversation that we were having with Tuddy's hair. And yours said, well, that shit literally days later. If y'all missed that whole segment there, that's probably one of my favorite segments on our live streams yet. Just talking about the haircuts. That shit left me weak for days after, bro. I loved it.
Shout out our guy Chris. Shout out Hog Farmer Chris in the chat.
What's going on, Chris? Kenny, real quick, said, did y'all see the RFK situation heating up?
Yep.
I saw real quick. I didn't get to read it, but I saw AJ Perez talk about something. FOS had like an article coming out. Let me see if I can.
They're going to do everything. They're going to have to be told no emphatically. They're going to do everything in their ability to return this team and build our new dome at the RFK site. Like they're going to wait for every single legislative process to go through. They're going to get that stadium. The league wants it. The team wants it. Powerful faces in DC want it. They're going to get their DC stadium, y'all.
Yeah, at Eric Flack TV has a lot of updates on it too. But AJ Perez with FOS said the RFK Stadium bill has a likely path towards passage, one that effectively thwarts Maryland's opposition as DC looks to become an option for the next Commander Stadium, sources tell FOS. And like I would love it, honestly. Like I told you when I went to the Titans game on the way home, I like drove past RFK because I've never done that before. It looked like some like what's that movie with Will Smith? Like the with like the little zombie things. And it's like the end of the world or whatever. What's it called, man?
Which zombie? Hold on. Which
with Will Smith, and he had like
enemy is the enemy. Oh no, I Am Legend.
I Am Legend. Yes, that's what it is. Love that movie. It looked like some I Am Legend shit. Like it looked so run down and everything. I don't know what it would look like around the stadium, like the whole like atmosphere, like what they would build like around it, because it's just like I don't know, it's like a weird like circle like road around it right now, and I couldn't really. I mean, it was dark, but I couldn't really see like. It didn't look like there was like much parking and spaces and stuff and like things like I want like restaurants and like bars and like downtown stuff.
That shit
and,
do look post-apocalyptic as hell when you pull up to that joint, man.
I want to go inside. I don't know if I can. Maybe that's something you and me can do. We'll do like a vlog like breaking into RFK.
That shit would be funny. Like I imagine walking in there. Like if you ever played The Last of Us, how the spores are everywhere when you're going through. I imagine it's gonna look like that. Oh my god, no, man.
Hell no, absolutely not. Paul said, let B-Rob run that rock. Uncle Drew said, I appreciate y'all, man. I'm going to restart the stream because I'm late, but good work. Appreciate everybody hopping up in here. Osborne sounds real positive in his interview. Yeah, I was watching the interview real quick.
They're not going to do the whole, they don't have much room. It's just going to be a stadium. Like if you know the area near the Stadium Armory site, they don't have the space and the infrastructure to build a community around the stadium. So it's a nostalgia fix. It's not going to be like in Maryland or Virginia. They have the room, the land, the infrastructure to build little Commander City around the stadium.
Land over that shit.
For RFK, for that specific site, they're pleasing a lot of people. They're fueling they're fueled off nostalgia. There's not space to build all bars and shit around it. So people are just going to have to be happy that they could get off the metro, walk right to the stadium, because it's a very conveniently located spot with a couple of metro spots where you could come from. It's just going to be a dome there. There's not going to be nothing else. Don't expect it. In the stadium, there's going to be some shit in the stadium.
Oh, yeah, that shit going to be lit.
That shit going to be like that, bro. That joint's going to be like, oh my God, it's going to be state of the art as hell. But don't expect too much around it, because if you've been over there, ain't shit but streets and highways over there.
There's nothing going on. Shout out to Chris for the super chat. Love Chris. All the things that they do with the Hog Farmers. I ain't seen my boy dressed up in a suit.
What a Santa suit, man. You got to pull out the Santa suit for the Eagles game, my guy. Yeah. Shout out to Hog Farmer Chris, man. This is one of the most genuine people, not only in the fan base, but in life. Chris is a phenomenal human being. Shout out to my guy and everything that him and the rest of the Hog Farmers do. Shout out to them guys.
I ain't never seen him in a bad mood, and that gives me hope.
I feel like Chris ain't never not had a smile on his face. That is a chipper, exuberant, jolly fella right there. Pull the Santa suit out, my boy. You got some competition, because y'all saw Sam Hartman in the Santa suit. Sam Hartman, man, he's delivering presents and stealing hoes all over the DMV right now. All three of them.
Shout out to Mikey Saverstill. Yo, the whole group of them dressed up. Him and Jade, like the video of Jade in the hallway, like acting up, like doing stuff. You can tell they were having a good time, man. It reminds me of like how far they've come. Like, remember when all the rookies took that trip to DC?
Oh yeah,
and they're just like, oh, like we're all wearing the same shirt. Like
we're just happy to be. We're just happy to be here, little rookies on it. It felt like freshman orientation type shit.
Yeah. Now Jade over here throwing up signs and shit.
I love it, bro. I love the Christmas festivities here, man. I love it.
Let's see. Vaughn Lee says, I don't think Terry will finish top 5 in receiving yards. Definitely top 10 though. What's he right now? I think he's still 5th.
I think obviously things caught up because the bye week, but I think the biggest contributor to Noah Brown being out will be we have no choice but to over target Terry now. He should already be getting 10 targets plus a game. He's going to get more targets now. I don't care what type of coverage defenses are in. Get Terry the damn ball, because this offense ain't shit without B-Rob, Jaden, and Terry. They got to lead the way. We got to stop relying on and setting our hearts on Jags to lead the way. The main contributors have to be what pulls us through to the playoffs.
So Terry is now 7th with 896 yards, but he's right behind Jackson Smith-Njigba, Brock Bowers, who's on God mode right now. But he only has 82 targets, which is the fewest targets out of anyone in the top.
Turn that up.
Top 16. Next one is AJ Brown with 66.
Turn that shit up in these last 4 weeks. I want 10 minimum every game. I want 3 in the first quarter minimum. That's not a lot.
Nah. Same thing. Put him on that right side, even if it's a quick little pass like it did against the Titans, like whatever it is.
Get him warmed up with some stop routes and some slants, man.
But still, man, that's crazy that as few targets he's had, like he's still up there in yards. I mean, I don't think anyone's going to catch Jamar Chase. 1,319. That boy going crazy. Jamar Chase going stupid right now. So is Justin Jefferson. Shout out to them LSU boys. It's still Roll Tide. Let's see. Paul said, y'all know that wide receiver room is Terry and then Black and Boys. And we talked about this a little bit last time, and Doug said Dyami filmmaking career next year might go crazy. So many people after that Titans game, like, hell yeah, Dyami, like such a good game. Like, but was it like
Dyami, what do you have? 5 for 35 or something like that? That's a day. That's a day for Dyami. Hey, why
don't end it right here, y'all? We'll see y'all next week.
While we bullshitting for Dyami, that is a day, bro. What do you have? 5 for 35? Hey, 7 yards a catch. Hey, let's go.
I'm gonna remember those old NFL graphics that are like have a day, like, and it has like the pictures like 5 catches, 35 yards, and a win. Like
the Chris Collinsworth boy, have a day, Dyami Brown. It's just one of those.
More Tony Romo. I don't know, Jim. I don't think that's a day. 5 for 35, and I just saw so many fans on Twitter like, hell yeah, he's our wide receiver too. I'm like, time the fuck out, y'all.
Yeah, that is how bad the wide receiver room
I know.
is.
It's depressing.
Is how bad it is, bro. Noah Brown is like a saving grace. He's Rudolph the red-nosed fucking reindeer.
But even he was dropping stuff lately, man.
because he's not a wide receiver too. Here he had to be one, but that's what we have here, man. That's why I say when KJ Osborne and Jamison Crowder, get y'all asses on the field, bro, because we don't have nothing reliable to go off of in that room.
Cam Jordan.
What happened?
So Cam Jordan, if you don't know, plays for the Saints, so you should know who Cam Jordan is. Was asked about Marshawn. He said he's playing, and they said yeah, and he said, man, ain't nobody asked for that. He said some stuff afterwards. I'll listen to it.
His boy.
That's his boy. Oh yeah, no, I mean they were hands down the best two guys on that team. I'm down to see Crowder a little bit. Dyami in the slot.
Dyami screen merchant, baby. Throw them screens and them quick routes to Dyami and let him build a rhythm. He may go off for a 50-yard game or so.
But like, to be honest with you, KJ is the second best wide receiver on the team right now.
He is. He should be the wide receiver too whenever he's up to speed. They already had him at practice today. He might be active Sunday.
Yo, I think so. They gave him the number 13, which I liked. Somebody else mentioned it down here.
Goat Forbes number.
I'm just saying, man.
Give him the Goat Forbes number.
He said, hey, at least that jersey filled out now. Mm-hmm. He said that I've been spending, and he just got here. He was like late nights, early mornings. I'm like, damn, bro, they got you spending the night at the facility.
Hey, they sent that boy KJ Osborne, Jaden's VR shit and said, load up. We need you on Sunday.
Pretty much. I mean, I forgot who put it up. I saw like a quick video that JP Finley put up, but he was just like talking about like, yeah, he's already been he practiced today. He loves Jaden. He's been watching what he's been doing all season. He's like, who hasn't been watching Jaden this season? So I don't know. Like, I think he does. Like at first, to be honest with you, I was like, nah, they're gonna give him like a week. But now I think he plays Sunday.
They said, get your hey. For everybody out there, McCaffrey has a hive already. He's already built his little Taylor Heineke hive within the fan base. There are the Dyami Brown truthers. There's no hive for Olamide Zaccheaus. But I'll tell you this: Adam Peters told y'all everything he thought about those guys. We're like the only team to put a claim in for KJ Osborne. They said, no, we need that.
Yeah, and like I don't know, maybe I'm being a little too positive about it, but like I said, I scouted him last year for the scouting academy. He was like, they picked 5 random wide receivers, and he was one of them. It was him, Curtis Samuel. I can't remember the other ones. And it was his film from the 2022 year. And I was like, yo, this dude's actually nice. Like, they put him in the slot a lot, but he also played on the outside as well. Code Talker said he never gets my notifications from Michelle. I'll have to check on that. Because I know a couple of people do have notifications on. If y'all haven't already, hit the subscribe and like button. And hit that bell at the top to receive notifications for when me and Rio go live. Yep. But I am excited to see what he does. I hope he does play Sunday.
He's less tall Noah Brown with more touchdown.
With more versatility. Like,
yeah, he's played on the inside and outside. He's used to being a third target because he was behind Jettas and Thielen, then Jettas and Addison. So he's a wide receiver 3 that is going to be.
And then Hawkinson was added. Like, yeah, they.
Yep. Mm-hmm. He used to be in a low target for a team, but obviously he's better than the rest of what we have in the room. So get his ass out there.
It's not as bad as the Saints wide receiver room, but it is bad. Yeah, smash that like button. Can we? How many screens can you? That's the thing, though. Like, at first we only saw Dyami taking these like deep 9 routes. That's all he had. It was either a fade to the end zone or it was a 9 route up or a go route, whatever you want to call it, up the sideline. And now, like, he had one against the Titans that Jaden missed, where he was in the end zone. But outside of that, he hasn't been going deep when he's on the field. It is these little tunnel screens and stuff like that. Like,
he's only allowed. He's only allowed 1 deep ball a season. They did try him once versus Tennessee, but he's only allowed to catch 1 deep ball a year, apparently.
Cap said, love the background, Rio. We are festive. I got some lights, y'all. I'll put it up for the next stream. Don't worry.
I never have my lights on my tree on. Like, I got lights on this tree. I never have them on.
He said, we celebrate, but we're not running up that electric bill. It's going to stay what it is.
Like true black household type shit, man. The Christmas lights come on when the sun go down, bro.
You want presents under the tree, or you want to see the tree?
Light right now, so they're coming by the hour. Lights coming on.
Yeah. Put one of those little cheap like dollar candles. I used to get to put them in the windows. I love those, man. That's the way to do it. Festive with the budget. Terry has the most 100 yards games of the season, and he's passed his career in like every statistic almost, including 100-yard games on the season. More. Shout out to Timothy OG in the chat, always showing up. So I just caught up from being 10 minutes behind, listening on 2x speed. I feel bad for you having to listen to us talk twice as fast as we already do.
2x speed, that shit hilarious, yo. That's crazy, bro. Bro, we 50 minutes in and we haven't even talked about the GOAT other than wearing a Christmas outfit. That's crazy.
Right, let's talk about Jaden.
Talk about 5, man.
Let's talk about this first. This rookie of the week class was the weakest shit I've ever seen in my life, bro.
Jalen McMillan season.
It was him. Caleb, who had a bad game. Like, bro, what? Mm-hmm. This just shows you, like, Jaden has been carrying the rookie of the week. I mean,
because Jaden and Nix were both off this week, so there was no, like, you know what I'm saying? And Bowers had a pedestrian game for him,
which is rare.
You know, I'll take his pedestrian. I'll take 50 yards. I'll take 3 catches for 50 yards on this team at tight end.
87 catches and 933 yards at tight end.
Unreal. He's unreal, bro.
With no quarterback. That boy's cooking.
Him and Shedeur gonna make magic in Vegas.
Oh, Shedeur gonna love his ass. Mm-hmm. But I saw that and I was like, man, we need Jaden back. We need Jaden back on the field. The Saints matchup, like defensively, I'm not too worried about it.
Is Kool-Aid healthy?
I don't know, because he's had that hamstring injury for a while.
Kool-Aid
too.
McKinstry is someone.
Shout out to my guy Kool-Aid,
one of your Bama boys. Shout out to Bama. They'll be watching the playoff from the crib this year.
Hey, whoa! What we're not gonna do? What we're not gonna do?
Bama's gonna be watching the playoff at home next to Josh on the couch this year.
Shit. It's still too soon. Mm-hmm. But I'm trying to look it up. I don't think he's that healthy. Like,
I don't, bro. Is Paulson Adebo healthy, or is it just Tyrann Mathieu and a bunch of guys in their secondary?
They got Demario Davis, who's been like one of the most consistently best players like on that team for years. Like, in my opinion, he's one of the most he is the Terry McLaurin of defense in the NFL.
No one talks about him.
He is so good, dude. He is so good, but he doesn't get talked about.
Nope.
I think, did he have a pick against the Giants? Yeah, I think he did. I watched like the ending of it because one of my friends is a Giants fan. She hit me up. She was like, God, this game's awful. And I turned it on just to see the meltdown at the end. But I was like, bro, defensively, they have a couple young guys. So yeah, Kool-Aid played last week.
Alontae Taylor, you like my guy?
Yeah, Alontae Taylor, he's nice. He's one of the guys that's got a future there. Brian Breesy, he's been a beast since Clemson. He did that weird, awkward jump and like it looked like his knees went out on that field goal block.
Weird, bro.
Adebo's on the IR. He's out for the year. Appreciate it. Radar and Command of the Room, let us know on that. Yeah, I saw that he was hurt. But like outside of, they got a couple dudes on defense, but like, man, I'm not really worried about it. Like I said, Kool-Aid, Alontae Taylor. I completely forgot they had Isaiah Foskey.
Brian Brisset, that boy is nice, but like,
yeah, he's nice. And then John Ridgeway and Chase Young.
Yep.
Like 2 former Washington guys. Like, I'm not worried about it. Tyrann Mathieu and Cam Jordan can always show up and do some random, like, good shit from time to time.
If we can't, coming off an extra week of preparation and a bye week, if we can't beat this football team by 2 possessions, I don't want us talking about playoffs anymore in 2024, because the Saints, while mathematically they're 2 games out from winning the NFC South, this is a bad football team without their starting
division.
And it's just not the same as Dallas beating us. Divisional games can always be a toss-up. You can throw out all the context and everything when it comes to it. If you lose to this team, don't talk about the playoffs, guys. And exactly, I'm answering your question, Peace Craft. When I say that, like, there's no reason to lose. This is a bad football team with an interim coach, without their starting quarterback, wide receiver 1, wide receiver 2, playmaker in Taysom Hill. It's pretty much Kamara in the game right now.
Dude, I was getting ready to say, Kamara's having the quietest like he's had 938 rushing yards.
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy. Six rushing touchdowns. And he has 64 catches as a running back to go on that. 484 catches and 1 touchdown in the receiving game.
Turn back the clock on him.
Yeah, shout out to Kamara, even though he left Alabama, went to Tennessee. That dude, like if you had to ask me what he had rushing yards wise, I would not have guessed it's almost 1,000 right now because no one's talking about that. I guess because they are so bad. But that's the thing. Like even against a bad team, and Peacecraft, going back to what you said too, even looking at the Giants games where like they couldn't pass the ball on us at sometimes, and they were just strictly running it on, and like we knew it was coming, we still couldn't stop it. Our run defense. Even the Eagles game. God, man. That Eagles game still pisses me off because they could not do anything through the air. A.J. Brown couldn't do shit. Devontae Smith, shout out to Smitty, could not do nothing. Dallas Goedert couldn't do nothing. But they still found a way to run the ball in the fourth quarter against us. And it's Saquon, I get it. But same thing, like we've had guys run on us all season, even with Tyrone Tracy and Alvin Kamara. If you haven't, been keeping up with him the last few years, I don't know what you're doing or you don't play fantasy football. But Alvin Kamara, like they can run the entire offense through him and still be successful.
Sure can.
So I don't know, man.
We're gonna win the game by 2 possessions, man. We're gonna win a game by 2 possessions. Either way you slice this shit up, we're winning this game by at minimum 2 possessions. And if we don't, after coming off a bye week, I have issue. I think Jaden Daniels is going to fry on Sunday through the air and through the ground. He's going back to Louisiana where he's royalty, and he's about to turn up.
I was going to say, he said, and like they were doing like some media, I think it was today. They were asking him like, are you excited to go back to Louisiana? He's like, oh yeah, I can't wait to get back down there. And like, he's like, I've been in football mode, like even – through the bye week, he's like, I'm always in football mode. He's good to go. I think this is a game, and I don't want to jinx it, because like even the Titans game, I was like, y'all, there's some sneaky bad matchups here, and we came out look confident. Kind of went back to the Washington way and let them, get things going in like the third. But the way I look at it, this is a game where it should have the same feeling as the Titans game. Like. Yep. They should come out, and we're going to get to our bowl predictions and score predictions here in a second. I haven't even set my score prediction in for the group chat. Have you?
I just did a couple. I just did just because I was on Ballin' in Burgundy earlier today, and he asked me for mine. I came up with mine on the spot. I hadn't even thought about it till then. So, yeah, I got mine. I'm ready. I'm locked and loaded.
Are you going to stick with what you got, or you're going to change it?
Yep, I'm sticking with it. I'm staying
so,
in business. Man.
Let's get to some bowl predictions. Y'all know we do this at the end of every stream. Offense, defense, and then our not so bold, just honest score predictions. Rio, start with you. Let's do bold prediction on the offense.
Bold prediction on the offensive side of the ball. Here we go. Terry, this shouldn't be bold. This should
be. So you started with Terry, so I don't know if it can be bold.
This shouldn't be bold, but it is bold. 150 receiving yards for Terry on Sunday. And for those of you who's going to say that's not bold, Terry has never had a 150-yard game in his career. His career high is 141 yards. Give me first 150-yard game for Terry. I think they're going to target him at least 12 times on Sunday. So that's
who was that against? The Eagles?
Was it the Rams? Was it the game where Brissett came in and targeted him up? Was it the Dolphins game his rookie year? I'm not familiar with which game it was.
That's a good trivia.
I think it was the Rams game because Jacoby Brissett hit him with a couple deep balls in that game.
Oh yeah, just said fuck it, throw it to Terry. I like it. 150 for Terry.
I wish it wasn't bold, but our number one receivers never had 150 in a game before.
That's crazy. That's crazy. Yep. For a guy who's consistently get 1,000 yards every year.
His 100 yards be like the Mike Evans 1,000 equivalent, like right over 100. It'd be like 101. It'd be like 101.
102. Offense, my bold prediction. This is bold. If KJ Osborne starts, he's scoring a touchdown.
I mean, hey, Mike Williams came in and scored immediately for the Steelers versus us.
No. And I'll put my money where my mouth is. I will put a KJ Osborne touchdown in my underdog pick'em contest, promo code JTFB. When I see that he's active, I will put. Now we can't do sportsbook down here, or I would literally just bet a touchdown for him because that payout would be nuts. But if he's not active, then I'll go opposite and say Jamison Crowder scores a touchdown.
My man said Chase Young will not record a single stat. That don't even sound bold anymore.
I must say, yeah. Shout out to Random. I've seen you on the streams a bunch of times too. Appreciate you coming by. Command the Room said 31-6 Commanders. Paul said bold prediction 5 overall TDs for JD5. Ooh, I like that. Aaron said 3 running tutties for JD5. Sean, what's going on? Sean said Lattimore to get a pick. Peacecraft said Ben St. Juice gets an interception with Lattimore on the field. That's a bold.
I love it. That's as bold as they come because you don't catch those.
All right, so that leads us to defense. What's your defensive hot prediction or hot take?
I so badly want to predict a Marshawn Lattimore interception, but I'm trying to be realistic and I want to give him the benefit of the doubt. Like if he gets beat early and if he comes out a little sluggish, I want our fans to not crash out. This man hasn't played football in almost 2 months. He hasn't played football in almost 2 months, so I don't want to. I'm treating this like a damn preseason game for him. He's just getting up to speed and learning the. But my bold prediction for the defensive side of the ball, we're gonna force 4 turnovers on Sunday. 4.
Oof.
4.
That's music to my ears. Well, damn, I was gonna say 1 specific turnover, but if we have 4, this doesn't really seem like that much.
Hey, go ahead, man. Go ahead.
All right, I was gonna say because we have all been calling out the interior D line for a while now.
The Payne.
I think Deron Payne gets a strip sack. They're going to have some ugly ass quarterback out there, whether it's Jake Haener or Spencer Rattler.
They're going
to. Hey, it's quiet, it's casual, it's clean. I like it.
Deron Payne with a
little business suit.
It's bold though.
It is bold because, I mean, I don't know. I've been defending him for so long. I still don't think he's been playing bad. It's just like we want him to play better.
The point is we're not supposed to be talking about our prized possession, $22.5 million a year D tackle is. I mean, he's not playing bad. Like you don't want that.
Let's see. Dre said 6 sacks. Oof. 2 pick sixes for Lattimore. Hey,
you gotta relax, y'all.
We just talked about expectations.
Sean just getting out there for the first time. We all need to
hey, if he gets a pick, okay, here's the thing. If Lattimore gets a pick, I'm buying a jersey that minute.
Lattimore's gonna get scored on or some shit, and people are gonna lose their fucking mind. Like we all need to fucking relax, bro. We need to give him some time to get his legs back under.
I'm just saying he like that though. If he gets a pick, I'm instantly buying a jersey on the spot if it's available. And if not, I will do some China. What's that? Gate, whatever that cheap shit is. Gate. And I'll get it 4 months from now, but it's gonna be good.
It can be in Courier new font.
Like italic. Fowler 3 sacks. Radar says bold prediction. Sheldon Day will have multiple sacks.
Shout out to Sheldon Day.
Hey. JD5 over 400 yards in the air. Chase Young with 5 pressures and almost a sack.
Honorable that's not even bold. That's what Chase do. Honorable mention, bold prediction. Zane Gonzalez misses 0 kicks on Sunday.
Okay. Well, hey, Command the Room stepped it up, said 12 field goals. St. Juice with the pick. JD5 6 touchdowns. Terry had 6 for 141 on 12 targets versus the Rams. So Rio's right. Appreciate that. Okay. Fact checking Doug. We appreciate you, Doug. We're gonna have to put you full time on the payroll for $0. Peacecraft said Commanders fans take over the stadium in the 4th. A lot of Redskins fans down south. I'll say this though. Yeah, there's a lot of people going. I thought about driving. I don't know. It's like 7.5 hours.
I'd go, but I'm broke and it's December and I got 2 kids. So I'm like, you know what I'm saying? I don't got $1 to my name this month, bro.
That's why the tree's off. Y'all don't be asking for it.
Exactly, bro.
That's why the tree's off.
You see them
waiting on that ad money to come. I will say Saints fans are like awesome fans though. I actually haven't been to that stadium, surprisingly, as many times as I've been to Louisiana. I've never been to that stadium. 2 picks from Mikey, 2 picks from Mikey and Luvu, 6 total TDs, 3 for Terry. Damn, Terry pops off at 3 TDs, man. If he gives up a Rudy, oh no, you're talking about Tutty. If he gives up a Tutty, the fans will riot. The fans need to chill out on Lattimore. If he like the first game, should have no expectations. Shout out to Ted for the super chat. Another 40 burger for Washington, 1 interception from Marshawn Lattimore. I do think this is a game points wise. Let's talk about our scores. 40 on the Saints though. That seems like a lot. Maybe I'm tripping.
I got us at 31.
31
to 17 is my prediction for this game.
Let's see what they've allowed this season.
2 touchdown game, baby. 14-point victory. 31 to 14 may feel like more than that, but it'll be a 14 point. 31 to 17.
31 17. They've given up 10, 19, 15, 26, 26, 51 to the Bucs in that one crazy game. 33 to the Broncos, 26 to the Chargers, 23 to the
Radar
Panthers.
bugging. He said bold prediction: John Bates for 100 yards.
Radar, go back to whatever you were doing before you got on the stream.
If we target Bates enough time for 100 yards, I'm gonna be upset. I'm not gonna hold you.
Dre said, I think we will frustrate the rookie like we did Caleb. Big sack day. Definitely. Glad you put the pause yourself. We didn't have to do it.
Now we dragging testicle across that stadium on Sunday, baby. Let's go.
Sack Sunday. 2 TDs for B-Rob. Love it. Timothy said 5 passing TDs and 2 rushing. God,
oh my God.
Damn.
You could give him the rookie of the year that day.
They're going to come out at halftime.
What is that? 7 touchdowns. So we scored 50 that day is what you're saying.
Doug said I need at least 2 picks from the defense. I don't care who it is. Shout out Swaggy for the super chat as well. Luvu and Fowler both get to 10 sacks Sunday. Something else that has, it's been talked about a little bit, but still been kind of quiet. Luvu and Fowler are the best off the ball duo, off the ball linebacker duo in the NFL, especially when it comes to pressures, when it comes to sacks.
Yep. Tackles for loss. So one needs 2 and one needs 1.5.
I like how Witt said, and like when he was talking to the media too, like talking about, like how's having Marshawn on the field going to change things? He was like, nothing. He's like, we've been like testing the corners like all season, like putting a lot on them. He said we've been doing a lot of pressure packages. He's like, I'm not backing off of that, and that's great. I feel like when the defense is playing well, like Luvu and Fowler and Wagner both getting to the quarterback and getting those pressures is big. I feel like that's when the defense plays both. So getting both Fowler and Luvu to 10 sacks and send the boys to the Pro Bowl, even though the Pro Bowl is like complete ass now, they still deserve it.
Yeah,
maybe all pro. Like, are we talking all pro for Fowler?
Luvu, all pro. Yep. We're talking about a guy that's going to have over 100 tackles and over 10 sacks in a season. I think all pro is the realm for him. I'm not sure about Fowler being there, but man, I know the Pro Bowl is just like a popularity contest at this point. I'm going to watch every second of Jaden Daniels walking around with a camera following him politicking and kicking it with all the superstars and low-key recruiting. I'm going to watch every time. I'm going to watch the precision passing. I'm going to watch dodgeball, all of it, bro. I can't wait for it.
I hate to say it, but I will too. But I still am mad that they took away from us what Sean Taylor gave us with that hit.
Versus the punter? Oh, yeah.
Bro, come on, man. That Pro Bowl, the Pro Bowl used to be like one of my favorite things, man.
Watching a punter get lit up, it does things for me because everybody knows I fucking hate specialists. So
it heals your heart.
It does.
What's that dude on TikTok? The awkward guys. I was like, that's good stuff, man.
I don't know his name, but I know what you're talking about.
Funny as shit. Yeah. 2.5 sacks and a turnover for Luvu. Washington Commanders wins. They might have a chance to be in the NFC East hunt. I'm rolling out the NFC East, but they do have a shot at the 6th seed. I'll say this real quick.
Mm-hmm.
We need the Packers to go 2-2, and we need to go 3-1.
Yep, Timothy said 48. We could do it, though.
Paul with the super chat said, I want to hear JT's best stadium name for RFK. Oh, man.
We played this game yesterday for like an hour in my stream, and we were coming up with like the trolliest, funniest shit for the stadium. It was all type of ghetto shit.
We just need something better than Northwest Stadium. Like, we need something with some juice to it.
It's gonna be a company. It's gonna be a big name company that gets the naming right. Let's hear your bet. And I think everything's gonna follow up with at RFK Stadium at the end of it.
I saw your jingle, by the way.
At Eastern Motors.
That was good.
Eastern Motor Stadium. That's why I was thinking.
That sounds like that's some.
Hey, they hit me up in the DM, bro. I told you. I said, put me in a commercial. They said bar for bar in the DM. I said, hey, let me find out.
We're gonna see Terry and Jaden and whatever wide receiver we draft in the first round doing a commercial next year. And here come Rio in the background, just coming.
I'm gonna be the one selling the car to him.
Rio gonna have a full suit on. I want something that sounds good, but like at the same time, like I wouldn't mind.
Give us something, Josh.
I'm thinking with my stomach right now because I haven't eaten today, really. Give me like Raising Cane Stadium or some shit like that.
Hey, that's lit, though. That's lit.
Where I know there's gonna be some good food in there. Because I'm not gonna lie, bro. The food at the stadium this year has been beyond disappointing. I've tried like 3 or 4 things, and you can ask Aaron. He went with me.
I heard it was good. I've heard the opposite. But Raising Cane Stadium at RFK, Raising Cane's Superdome.
Hey, how about this? Extra toast, no slaw sweets.
Oh, that's fire.
Extra toast, no slaw sweets. Because you know damn well ain't nobody getting alcohol slaw. Give it to me, Raising Cane Stadium. I will be there. Like if you want me to be there every Sunday, that's it. They just put a Raising Cane's right next to my house too. Pray for me. Tyreek Hines said 73-0.
Jesus Christ.
42-24.
Shut up, Tyree, man.
38-6. Marshawn's going to get a pick 6 to claim the crazy people down.
My man said Brazzers Stadium.
Oh no. Hey,
the OnlyFans Superdome at RFK Stadium.
Antonio Brown doesn't own the team, y'all. We got Josh Harris. I'm trying to think what else is like around like DC vibes.
I feel like it's gonna be a
the Rose Club.
I think with my head, it's gonna be like FanDuel Sportsbook Superdome at RFK Stadium.
Underdog Fantasy Field.
It's gonna be Fanatic. It's gonna be Fanatics, or it's gonna be
timeout. That's where I draw the line. Timeout. I don't want that goofy motherfucker from Fanatics anywhere near my team, bro. Yes,
Michael Rubin. Hey, he was in the suite last week. He was in the suite last week.
I hate y'all. Want to talk about Diddy? You want to talk about Jay-Z? Talk about that motherfucker because you know damn well them all white parties he be having. Ain't nothing right going on at those parties.
Hey, you know that we already got the sports book at Northwest Stadium, FanDuel, Fanatic Sportsbook.
Where is it even at? I haven't even.
No, it's there. It's like right next to the. It's like right next to the team store. It's right next to the team store.
I miss it every time.
You have to go outside. It's adjacent to the team store at the stadium, and it's dope. It's dope. I can see Fanatic Sportsbook or just Fanatic Stadium at RFK.
Fanatic Sportsbook Stadium. Mm-hmm. I'd rather be like FanDuel, like an actual sports book, or like draft. Like, I don't know, man. I would like some kind of like gambler, or what like the MGM Stadium, something like that.
MGM and we're gonna have a full size sports book at the stadium too. I think.
Oh yeah. I want every gambling.
They're gonna make up for what we can't put around the stadium in the stadium.
That's true too. Mm-hmm. I'm glad you brought that. Talking about the stadium. Because you do go to some stadiums. Like I went to the Atlanta one a couple times, bro. That shit's dope. As bad as the fan base is, like you're walking, it's like Atlanta history. They have like every high school football team helmet there. They have like a Migos section. They have like a thing for like Julio Jones. Like, and the food is banging and it's super cheap. Like every part of the stadium just has like a section where like, oh, I feel like I'm in like a new room,
a museum. It's
yeah.
Yeah, there's going to be trust me, they've done their homework for quite some time. Like this stadium's going to be like that. And it's going to be in DC. They're not going to have no room to put anything around it. There's going to be a ton of shit inside. Washington Trap House.
The Babe Rose Stadium. Oh, shit. Saints fan YouTubers think it'll be a bloodbath in Washington's favor. Good. Joe Gibbs Stadium. Okay, how about this? That kind of bring Bojangles Stadium. Hey, I'm all for it. That Bowberry Biscuit does something. Mambo Stadium. Bet US Stadium. They might hit us with the copyright. The Pornhub. Badger Stadium is dirty work. Absolutely. Mumbo Sauce Stadium, Rock Nation Stadium. No, not right now. It's still too soon. Atlanta Stadium, the Go-Go Stadium. Yep. Prize Picks Stadium, Diddy's Baby Oil.
If I had to bet money, it's gonna be Fanatics or FanDuel that gets the name.
I think it's gonna be one of those top two. The DMV Dome at Amazon Park. So that's another thing too. Like Amazon has like a big, like, you know, Nova. I don't know. It's either gonna be a sports book, it's either gonna be some big ass company like Amazon, or it's gonna be
a huge company. It's gonna be a huge company, sports book or sports.
It's not gonna be Northwest. I promise.
Yeah. Like when people like,
it's not gonna be Northwest.
This is the new epicenter of the District of Columbia and the rightful home to this franchise. For those who are like, when we don't need a big name, there's going to be a big name company attached to it. And there's going to be a fat-ass paycheck being written to Josh Harris to put their name and smack their logo on the top of the stadium.
Bro, a brand new stadium. And you know it's going to be like a dome. It's going to be some crazy top tier.
Like that Mercedes, the way that Mercedes-Benz Superdome, the way it opens up, that shit is beautiful, man.
And and that's another thing too. Not talking about me, talking about Josh Harris. I took notes too. Bro, they have a fucking G-Wagon in there.
I mean, the top of the stadium looks like a damn sports car. The way that it opens up, it looks like a sports car or like a big ass Super Bowl ring. Like I love
Falcon outside, nuts. They have like escalators coming up. I was there for an Alabama game a few years back, and like I said, there was a G-Wagon. There's like a seat, like a what was in there? Some like convertible. It's like on the wall, like
Flash Joe,
next tier shit, and the fans just don't show up to that stadium for whatever reason.
Real tears. I'm shedding real tears on stream the day we get our 3D blueprints and renderings of the
I can't wait to see what that looks like. Definitely a lot of good. I'll end it with this, and I'll say my score prediction. I think it's gonna be. You said 31-17. I'm gonna say 38-13.
Okay.
38-13. I'll have to send that in the group chat. But if you were to name the field in the new stadium after one former player, who is it?
I'm not naming the field.
Coach.
It would be Gibbs. It'd be Joe Jackson Gibbs Stadium, but we're not doing that. We're not naming it a stadium after a person, even though I know the Browns are.
What about the field though? Like Bryant-Denny Stadium named the field, like the actual field, Nick Saban Field.
If you're gonna do that, it's Joe Gibbs, but I'd rather not. I'd rather not name the stadium. But if it's anybody, it's Joe Gibbs. He's solely responsible for all the success this franchise has ever seen. It would easily be Joe Jackson Gibbs Stadium.
Molly says season tickets gonna be $10K.
Oh yeah. Season tickets are gonna be out of this world. They're gonna price out normal people us, but. You know, it's going to be an event when we show up. When we balling to go to a preseason.
Pulling up on a bus.
Hey, we're going to the not just we're going to the preseason finale stunting.
With our $300 tickets.
You know what I'm saying? The game where it's only backups playing.
Sean Taylor Stadium. Sean Taylor's getting a lot of it. Art Monk, Joe Gibbs. Green Stadium.
Adele Betts Stadium.
Mike Sellers Suites.
Hey, Mike Sellers, one of the best fullbacks.
Love Mike Sellers, bro. Dog. Hey. Shout out to him down at IGM doing big things.
Lifer.
Yes, sir. If I had to, I would like the field to be like Joe Gibbs and like the suites be like the Sean Taylor suites or something like that. And then just like every suite have like different like Sean Taylor like moments and plays in. I think something like that would be dope.
But I would rather guys just get statues and we not do naming a stadium team after a person.
Real statues, right? Yep. You don't want clothes hangers.
Yeah, actual statues. You know, I know the statues aren't gonna look like the likeness of the person. Like I have a running joke in my chat where I said they're gonna make Joe Gibbs a statue and that shit's gonna look like Wesley Snipes. Like it's gonna look like Blade. But we love it though.
just don't do the D-Wade, man.
Oh man, that D-Wade.
Who the fuck is that?
D-Wade statue looked like Morpheus.
Terrible, bro. That's the worst I've ever seen. Just get whoever does the Hall of Fame bust. I'll say, like when I went to the Hall of Fame in Canton, Ohio, I was like shocked at how good they were. Like I was expecting a few to be bad. Nah, that shit is clean. Whoever did that even if they just do like a bunch of like upper body like bust like podium like of like former players or something, that would be dope. Like anything like that, but. Look at us thinking ahead, man. I think we're all excited to get a new stadium, though, because right now,
I'm hitting live the second they drop some renderings.
I'm gonna be in DC. Just
and
this is where that's gonna be. If y'all see the picture,
I don't care about the copyright or nothing. Like I'm running that video 100 times. We're deep diving every single detail. I'll shoot you the link. We can do it together. We deep dive in every detail of the 3D renderings.
Oh, yeah. I don't know if anyone took like engineering classes or anything like that back in like high school, but I still got that software somewhere on my computer where I can get up in there, blow it up. We're gonna be inside the stadium.
I didn't take engineering, but I played The Sims back in the day. I know how to I know how to build some shit.
Hey, I played Roller Coaster Tycoon. I know how to put together a hell of a stadium. That's all I'm saying. Y'all should see the field I built in College Football 25.
The Sims had you damn near minoring as an architect, yo.
Oh yeah,
we was building homes from scratch,
popping out babies and building neighborhoods.
Good times, bro.
Oh, good times, man. Always is on this stream. But that's it for us, man. We're gonna wrap it up here. I know Rio got some shit. I'm sure he's got to do. And I don't know, man. I feel good about this one. I think we win this one. Last thing before we go, prediction for the last 4 games and playoff seed predictions as of this Sunday.
I think
first off, get out of here with that Albert Haynesworth game.
I think we break the drought and we get to 11 wins for the first time in franchise history. I got us going 3-1 to close the season out. I got the one loss being to the Atlanta Falcons for no freaking reason at all. I got us actually beating the Eagles to close out the year, and the Cowboys and the Saints. I think our one loss comes to the Falcons. Just get to the playoffs, but I got us being greedy and going 3-1 down the stretch. And all I want for Christmas is the playoffs and 11 wins, because I'm not used to either of those things. I ain't getting shit for Christmas. I'm a father. I might get a pack of socks or something, but all I want for Christmas is Washington in the playoffs and this 11-win drought to end.
Yep, I agree with you. I'm going to share this real quick. The playoff picture for the NFC, obviously the Lions locked in their berth. They're going to be the 1 seed unless something crazy happens. Eagles got that 2 seed. Seattle, right now for tonight, we need the 49ers to beat the Rams. The worst thing that can happen to us is the Rams winning out, which the rest of their schedule sucks.
I mean, I think if the Rams win out, they're going to be the 3rd seed, and we're not going to worry about them. I think they're going to win the West if they win out.
But I don't know. Same with the Seahawks, though. Like, we're big Seahawks fans for the rest of the season.
I don't think the Seahawks went out, though.
Because they play the Rams in the season, I think, don't they?
I believe, yeah, they play the Rams again. I think the Rams win that division. I want the Seahawks to, but the Rams are coming, bro. The Rams are coming, bro.
Unfortunately. Let me see. I don't care about the game. The Rams have 49ers tonight. Very winnable. Jets, Cardinals, Seahawks. All 4 of those are as good as that team played on Sunday against the Bills. They're clicking when they're healthy. Big thing is healthy.
They're probably playing for the division crown to close out the year versus the Seattle Seahawks. That game's probably going to be for the West.
Yeah, that's a massive game. But I still think there's a chance if Seattle keeps winning out too, there's a chance that, if we lose, the Rams or Seahawks could get the 7th seed.
Packers about to beat the Seattle Seahawks on Sunday, bro. And
that's another thing, though. We need the Seahawks to win that if we want the 6 seeds. That's the thing. Like,
I think we're gonna get the 7th seed, y'all. I think we're locked in at the 7th seed.
It's a very big chance.
That's a collision course to Philadelphia.
I think statistically it said there's like a 75 to 80% chance that we get the 7th seed. There's like a 20% chance of us getting the 6th seed. But the Seahawks have Packers, Vikings, Bears, Rams left. Yikes. And like I said, if we go 3-1, the Packers, bro.
The Seahawks are not going to make the playoffs, bro. I don't think the Seahawks are going to make the playoffs, bro. They're going to fall out of that joint. And they might, we're going to get the 7th seed. I don't think we move up or down. I think we're going to stay right here where we're at. I think we're destined to meet the Eagles in the first round.
We need the Rams to lose tonight. We need the Packers to lose 2 games. We need them to lose to the Seahawks, and then we need the Seahawks to just lose the rest of the games.
Mm-hmm.
That's best case scenario. This Sunday is we beat the Saints, Rams lose tonight, Seahawks beat the Packers, and then lose the other last 3 games of the season, or 2 of them, and the Packers lose 1 more of these 3 games. And obviously the Vikings is the one where it's like, okay, they're not going to lose to the Saints, Bears, who knows? Vikings. Because
who would you rather play in the first round? Would you rather go to Tampa or would you rather go to LA?
Oh, fuck. Ah, man.
Send me up there. Send me back to Tampa, bro. Send me to Raymond James Stadium. Bro, the Rams, if they get in, they're going to be a problem, bro. Like, that is a Super Bowl winning coach, quarterback, and they're healthy.
That's the thing. I'm thinking team-wise. I would rather go to LA because I've been, like, when I went to the Rose Bowl, like that stadium, everything, dope. I would go to LA in a heartbeat.
SoFi is neutral. It's like a home game, but it's like you want to play them or you want to play Baker Mayfield.
No, I don't want to play the Rams.
Yeah. Give me the Bucks in that situation, but I think we're on a collision course to play Philadelphia, though.
Oh yeah, I think the most likely scenario is us playing Philly in the first round, going to Philly, which I would not be going to. And then if we make it past them, it would probably be like the Vikings or someone like that. It's gonna be, or the Packers. It's gonna be another good team. Mm-hmm. So I would much rather the Bucks get that 4 seed. But then if we get the 6 seed, hold on 1 second. Let me see something.
I'm telling you, the Rams about to win the West, bro. The Rams about to win the West. I do not have any faith in Geno Smith in them. Like, I have none.
I don't either, but they still keep winning though. That's the thing. I don't get it.
They find ways to do that schedule.
Here we go. Here's the picture I wanted because it lays it out a little bit better. This is the thing for me.
Matt Stafford gonna be cutting through defenses' hearts in the playoffs, bro.
But the thing is, if we do get the 6th seed, it's probably going to be the Rams, like you said. And it's going to be the Bucks. There's no way we're getting the 5 seed. There's literally no way. There's
also, the 4 and the 5, the 3 and 4 seeds could easily flip flop though because they're very close. Like those are very close. So you either get the West or the South in the first round if you're the 6th seed. I
think best case for us is we get that 6th seed. The Bucks win out because their rest of their schedule sucks too. Mm-hmm. They went out. They win the division. They finished with a better record than the Seahawks and Rams, whoever it is, which is likely. I mean, they're right there. And we get the 6th seed and go to Tampa to play them. For me, it's a couple things. Remember the playoff game where we had to play them like years ago? I remember like vividly sitting there and watching that game at like my uncle's house on this little ass TV like years ago when we played them. For me, that's always had like, I don't know. That game has always like had some like nostalgia for me. Like Washington against Tampa Bay in the playoffs would be dope. We lost the first game there. It was the first game of the season. I mean, I was there. It just didn't seem like that. We're a different team than that. I would love, like, people talking about, redemption against the Eagles in the first round. Eventually, we'll run into them.
The Seahawks are the team I desperately want to play because I've seen that team put us out 3 times in the playoffs.
Yeah, them too. Like those
both 2007 and 2012. I've not forgotten about that. Give me Geno.
Both of those games, definitely. The Seahawks and Bucks both. Like Rams, I'm like, whatever. I don't really feel anything for that one. I wouldn't want to play them first round though, because they just remind me of like a team that's getting really hot at the end of the year. Mm-hmm. But best case is definitely getting the 6th seed and hopefully playing either the Seahawks or the Bucks, not the Rams.
Let's just get in.
Just win. That's the thing.
We'll work out the opponents later. Let's just get the hell in. Let's get our ticket to the dance.
Yeah. First thing is winning on Sunday, which me and Rio both think will happen. Appreciate y'all blowing up the chat and come up in here on your way out. Make sure y'all are subbed up and like the video so it goes out to some other Washington fans. Rio, you're gonna be streaming on Sunday, the watch party.
Yes, sir. You already know.
Awesome. Appreciate y'all joining up. Make sure y'all check out Rio. Sub up to his channel if you haven't already. I'm sure you have, but I'm Josh. That's Rio.
Yes, sir.
Let's get his dub Sunday.
Let's do it.